Hello everybody, this is N.M.P.D here, and today... Now, I know it's been a long while since I've talked about the infamous man himself, Nova Online, aka the TikTok and Discord degenerate. I know he's done a lot of goofy shenanigans in the past when I wasn't documenting it, but I am mainly and only mainly going to be focusing on the more important things at hand. So in case if many of you haven't known yet about his whole diaper obsession, he clearly has learned nothing from that. He is still at it again, collecting diapers. He's been exposed on it with one of his karaoke TikTok things. While he was doing that, you could obviously see in the background when you zoom it in that there is a pack of diapers, but it's no ordinary regular diapers. These are baby fur diapers. Now, obviously, I'm not really shocked when it comes down to it. This isn't his first rodeo getting caught with similar shit like that before. I knew Nova had some kind of diaper obsession, but I didn't think it'd go that far. Look, if you have some type of medical condition like IBS and you have no choice but to wear diapers because of it, why the hell do you have to go out of your way purchasing baby fur specifically though? Why can't you just get regular ass diapers? That's the thing that I don't understand. I really don't see any other excuse for any kind of adult to purchase this type of brand whatsoever. And it also just proves and confirms that Nova Online is in fact a furry.
Can I get a French on YouTube,
He's a
please?
stupid son of a bitch.
And of course, as soon as people found out what was going on behind his background there, he deleted the whole TikTok. And now this next video clip that I'm going to show you is lost footage of a wild Nova being spotted out in public. Yeah, I gotta say, he's looking a bit sluggish there. It's almost as if his bad health habits is probably slowly getting to him. Who knows though at this point. And I've also found a clip of Nova sucking at video games again, but this time it isn't Among Us. And what does he suck at in that game is doing simple tasks like swiping the card. I'm just gonna show it and then we'll discuss a little more about it.
Finally!
Dude, I just can't. How does it take around 20 seconds to just swipe the card correctly? That really just shows and proves even more than ever that gaming is just not for him. No matter what type of genre it is never going to work for him. And then Nova made this TikTok post saying,
"Y'all are about to see my redemption sooner or later."
No. Straight up, no. He's not even close to his redemption arc, and he cannot be having any right to be talking about it neither when he's been caught hoarding baby fur diapers in his fucking living room of all places, where his mother could potentially see it. If Nova is really about that redemption, the first thing he could do is to get off the internet and delete his Discord. Stop talking to Cupcakes about his whole diaper obsession. Now, I know he's a grown-ass man, and you can't tell another grown-ass man what he can and can't do on his spare time or what he goes on and shit. I get it, but that's gonna be up to him to make that decision. That's the first thing he can do. The second thing he can do is to throw away the diapers, throw away those pacifiers, because why the hell does a 21-year-old man need a collection of pacifiers for? And apparently he also bragged about owning a chastity cage too, which is something I did look into because I've never even heard what it is until now, and by God, it was a grave mistake. I don't advise anybody to actually look that up. It's actually disgusting. He needs to definitely not only throw that away too, but he needs to burn it to the ground. And the third and final thing he can redeem himself for is to actually tell people the truth. Tell people exactly what you've done from start to finish when you've got caught on your little Discord servers you've made. Because the whole time, and even as of now, he's going to pretend like none of that ever happened, like he didn't do any of it. Even though that there's actual images and screenshots of him flexing on his baby gear to cupcakes, and the OG video footage of him with the whole twinkle twinkle little star incident, and he's really gonna have the nerve to pretend like that never even happened. If Nova does all those three things, then maybe we can talk about redemption, but till then, we're gonna keep catching him in 4K. And now I feel like talking about Nova's cameo, which does explain why he hasn't been doing much online as of recently, because it's been poppin'. For some reason, there are people giving this guy money to do these cameos, making him say a bunch of stupid shit. I mean, I get it, but that doesn't mean you should give this guy money. Am I gonna have to remind people that he is in fact an EDP, also known as a predator? Because that is literally what you're supporting. Come on people, you should already know this by now. Shame on all of you that are giving this guy money. And now for the last topic at hand, I'm going to have to talk about some unfortunate news that happened a month ago with Nova Online's uncle. His uncle that he clearly disrespects all the time, especially making public TikToks about him, and basically shitting on him just because of some political stuff or whatever it is, which is honestly pretty shitty in Nova's part. And his uncle was not having it, and rightfully so. He made a couple of instances where he DM'd him the first time telling him to stop making TikToks about him, and he made it very clear that he does not give a damn what he does. But the moment where he decides to keep continuously shit-talking his uncle out in the public eye for the internet to see, he's gonna have a problem with it, and rightfully so. And he basically called him out being a pedophile. I totally get it in that part, because he does not want anything to do with Nova's internet shenanigans. And then the second time where Nova ended up somehow starting beef with his uncle was that he ended up leaking his phone number somehow. And his uncle was not having it again, and he made another text at him, basically calling him out to be a pervert, which he's not wrong with that. And he basically told him to get his number off of TikTok or else there's gonna be some sort of accident. And that was when he ended up calling his mom and basically freaked the fuck out in the process. Unfortunately, on July 10th of this year, Uncle Drew ended up passing away. It was further confirmed by Nova making this post saying,
Hey, my uncle died, so I won't be posting today.
yes, this is in fact his post that he made talking about his uncle one last time until he ended up deleting it at some point. Because guess what? The next day after that, he made a karaoke video. Like his uncle passing away didn't really matter all that much a day later. And that to me just really shows how much he doesn't really care about him like that. He accused him of being a bigot one time in one of his TikToks, basically saying that he's all the isms, just based on what I know gathered on public information, that Uncle Drew isn't really with that. Instead, he's just known to be a pretty chill dude and laid back guy, and he's not afraid to say it like it is if you're doing something he doesn't like. And given Nova's case, he doesn't like what Nova's doing. He tried his best to set Nova straight and tried to get him to the right path, but it's pretty clear no matter how hard he tried, it just was not good enough to Nova's standards. Now I'm also gonna make this clear, I obviously don't know Uncle Drew. I don't really know the man like that. I only know him based off of the public information online. I'm not trying to act like some fucking egotistical jackass acting like I know the dude in person and behind the scenes and everything, even though I clearly don't. I'm just regathering the public information that's out there online in the whole Nova lolcow lore. That's all there is to it. I personally hate that shit. It's one of my pet peeves with motherfuckers acting like they know you when they clearly don't. They've never even talked to you. They never really hanged with you like that, and they're only doing it to try to make themselves look good for the sake of attention. That's all there is to it, and it's just disgusting. Overall, the only person that Nova has in his life is his enabling mother, who clearly does not care about what he does online so long if he pays the rent, then it's all good. I don't know what more to say here. I'm just gonna end it off. I'll see you guys next time.